you mentioned the flashback scenes in Halloween Kills, and you worked with Airon Armstrong. Can you talk a little bit about working with him and why those choices were made for the 78 flashbacks?
Well, it's kind of interesting. So Airon was the stunt coordinator on this film, and I think a wonderful choice, for all the action, for all the fighting. He brought in an incredible crew of stuntmen and martial artists who were just on top of their game. He's a gifted martial artist himself. In fact, that played into what he did in the flashbacks, because, and I told David Green this, I said, you know, when I initially heard that he was bringing somebody else in to play the young Shape, Attila had told me, and if I'm getting the story straight, they looked at like 200 people to find somebody who moved like I move, and they couldn't find anybody. And so they settled on Airon. Well, Airon practices, one of the martial arts he practices is Aikido. I practiced Aikido for you know, specifically Aikido for a decade. It's one of the many martial arts that I put in my little bag of tricks. And there's a very specific way you move in Aikido. You move from your hara, which is 2 inches lower than your belly button. And when you move from your hara, you tend to move in a very smooth way. It's you don't lift your feet up, that you glide, and the gliding is a very, very important part of the way the Shape moves. So I told David when he called, I said, David, you know, I questioned in my mind, you know, why you didn't just use me, because I'm an actor. I'm a classically trained actor. I could play a young me. But then when I saw him move, I was like, David, you did exactly the right thing. And David has a knack for doing the right thing. I mean, he just has this incredible understanding of how to create cinema. And so, you know, I was like, I realized, and Sean had pointed this out when we watched it, Airon is younger than myself. He's smaller than I am. And he moves the same way, but he doesn't have the exact same physical presence that I do. And presence that I developed over these years and years and years of stunt work and martial arts and meditation and yoga and dance and all the things that I've done, there's a certain, well, Jamie was kind enough to call me before she went to the Venice Film Festival, and we had agreed not to talk until after after we wrapped ends. But she was incredibly gracious and complimentary of the work that I had done, and she had talked about the gravitas and the power that I brought to this character. Well, Airon, being Airon, was bringing what Airon brings, and Airon is a very subtle person. His demeanor is very subtle. Mine's a little more out there and aggressive, just naturally. So, you know, the energy of the Shape within me is going to be manifesting through the being that I am. And I am 6'3", 215 pounds. You know, like I have a certain presence and way of, you know, killing and all the things that I do. Airon really embodied a younger Shape. I think he did an amazing job, and I complimented David on his choice because I think it really worked. It was amazing. It was amazing. Airon did a jam-up job.